Alright, hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing another Kevyn Aucoin look. If you want to make up with me with making faces. Today we're going to do the Softness look, which features Tina Turner in a super 90s looking makeup. Pretty excited. After this look, I thought this was the last one, but there's actually two more. Technically, we've done one of these looks during a live stream, but we did it on Douglas. So I think maybe I'll be selfish and also do the look on myself. But yeah, three more looks, including Softness. And then we've completed kind of that section of the Kevyn Aucoin book, and I'm going to move on to a different book. Thank you guys for commenting that you enjoy these I guess they're kind of reviews, tests. It's kind of like leveling up my own makeup skills to like try something new. But anyway, I'm excited. So let's go ahead and start this makeup tutorial. So the first step, and thank God, we finally get to use liquid foundation. And liquid foundation is applied to the center of the face and then blended outward. But it doesn't really say how we apply it. Like, it doesn't say brush, it doesn't say sponge. It doesn't mention any tools at all. But for now, I think I'm going to go in with my fingers because I feel like he would have mentioned a tool if he meant a tool. But I have a brush for backup just in case. Alright, so I'm going to apply a bit of liquid foundation to my face, starting at the center and blending outward. Oh yeah, I use my fingers a lot for makeup, but definitely not for full coverage foundation because I feel like it picks up texture in my skin a lot more than a brush or a sponge would. So I guess I'll do the initial blend with my hand and then maybe I'll switch here. I guess I could just be patient and do it with my hand. We'll see how this goes. It's about trying new things, right? So, okay, I am going to switch to a brush. I gave it a good shot. My pro makeup tip of the day is wear a choker, blend down your neck, and it doesn't matter if down here matches the rest of your body. Just kidding. But, yeah, I'm not going to blend any further, that's for sure. Let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is to apply photo concealer, spot applied under the eye. That makes me think of NARS or something. What's photo concealer? He doesn't really say. Maybe he means like really thick concealer for photos. I'm gonna go a little ham. Looking good. Next, cream blush in warm apricot color is smoothed onto the cheeks, temples, and chin. And I don't have a cream blush, but the closest that I think I might have is this Koi. It's more of like a liquid blush. What would Kevyn Aucoin say? And I'm going to apply this to my cheeks, temples, and chin. Very loud. I do really love this blush though. It's a beautiful color and fun to apply. I'm gonna embrace my big cheeks today and just go what I think is a very 90s blush application. I don't actually know though. I certainly did not wear blush in the 90s. Kind of hard to see what he like means about chin. Does he mean like all over the chin? We're just going all in. This applicator doesn't actually apply like a ton of blush, which makes it good for building up a little bit. Or I guess applying to weird places. I'm pretty sure this whole time he's only been using his fingers to apply all of this makeup, judging by the little diagrams in the book. But next, burgundy cream eyeshadow is applied with an eyeshadow brush encircling the eye. Apply over the entire lid, into the crease, and blend it outward. I've got a brush, actually I have two brushes of different sizes, and I'm gonna grab a burgundy brown eyeshadow color. And we're just gonna go ham with that color as well. Is that what he meant by encircling? Oh my god. Why am I like this? I think I never put enough on the bottom, so I'm gonna go in and really get some color going. Next, loose powder is applied over the entire face using a sponge. So, I don't know, I feel like maybe she's got even more packed onto her lid, so I'm gonna apply a little bit more and really pack the burgundy onto the lid that you can see when my eye is open. It's a little better. Got a sponge. Gonna grab some loose powder. Pretty sure this isn't the type of sponge you had in mind, but let's go for it. Let's try it. And he doesn't say sparingly or anything. He just says go for it. So let's just go for it. Maybe we're like baking. Brows are brushed upwards and filled in with a golden brown brow pencil. And of course he always says use the brow color that matches your own eyebrows. And once more, no real mention of what shape to do, so I'm gonna just follow my natural shape. What she got. You can't even see her eyebrows because her bangs are covering it. Alright, I want so bad to gel them down, but we're not gelling them down today. Next, we're moving right on to lashes. Lashes are curled and black mascara is applied to top and bottom lashes. The very last step is just to apply a clear red lip gloss. So let's go ahead and apply that. My lips are so dry. This is the one from Cheekbone Beauty and I actually really love it. And it feels super therapeutic on my like incredibly dry lips. All right, and that is the completed look. Let me fix up my hair here. Got some working from home hair. All right, and that is the completed look. Here is me next to Tina Turner. And overall, I think it's really good. I think I blended into the crease a lot more than he did. Her skin looks so nice and glowy. I feel like she must have either a highlighter on or maybe the translucent powder had a little bit of extra shine to it. I guess I have a tiny hint of something, but I'm not as glowy as her, that's for sure. Honestly, the steps for this one were pretty close to the end result. As I scrutinize her, I think maybe she's got some either tight liner or eyeliner at the top. Instructions really did give you this look for once, which is pretty shocking. This book, I feel like it usually leaves a lot of things off. We kind of talked about that from the last look that I did, but there you go. I actually really like this one. I think the colors are nice. Warm, soft colors. Do they ever go out of style? I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you think about this look. If I were to make it more wearable, I would literally just do this. Like, this is pretty much maybe even my favorite instructional from Kevyn Aucoin this much, if you haven't figured it out, just because what you saw was what you got. And I think it's quite lovely. So that's it for today's Make Up With Me, Making Faces with Kevyn Aucoin. Thank you for your book recommendations. If you have any other book recommendations for what I can do after we finished the last two looks, definitely leave them down below and let me know what makeup books you really enjoy. I'm kind of building up my makeup book collection, and I feel like kind of leveling up in the makeup category, which is kind of fun to do. It's also kind of nice to like do a big project, like let's go through a whole section of all these looks, because it kind of like takes your mind off of buying new things and kind of gets you just using what you already have, and making substitutions when needed, which I think is a really great thing to do, especially at this time. Soft definition, nothing super exaggerated. Thank you, Kevyn Aucoin, for this beautiful look. And with that, I guess I will see you all in my next beauty video. Of course, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all my patrons who help make these videos possible. And yeah, make sure you follow me on all my other socials. You can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Patreon, and why don't you add me on Animal Crossing too? I will insert my friend code right here. Yeah, I'm really into Animal Crossing lately. So anyway, guys, thanks again, and I will see you in the next beauty video. Bye.